Welcome to Epochs Across Eras, where we uncover the people, events and empires that changed the world. In our last episode, we explored how the Qin state rose from obscurity to become a dominant power. Today, we meet the man who would transform that state into an empire, Ying Zheng. But before he became Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, he was a child king surrounded by danger, deception, and ambition. His rise was anything but smooth, and his reign would become legendary. Join us as we trace the rise of history's most ambitious unifier. At just 13 years old, Ying Zheng ascended the throne of Qin, but behind the boy king stood puppeteers, scheming ministers, rival nobles and his own mother, all maneuvering for power. By the time he was 22, Zheng had crushed them all. Cold, brilliant and relentless, he took full control and set his sights on a single goal: unifying all of China. But how did a teenager outsmart the most powerful men in his kingdom? And what scars did his rise leave behind? This is the path of Ying Zheng, the boy who became the first emperor. Ying Zheng was born in 259 BCE in the Qin capital of Handan during the Warring States chaos. His mother, Lady Zhao, was a consort of the powerful merchant-turned-chancellor Lu Buwei, a man many believed was his real father. When King Zhuangshang of Qin died in 247 BCE, the young Ying Zheng inherited the throne at just 13. At first, Zheng had little control. Lu Buwei ruled as regent, using his influence over the Queen Mother and court to cement his power. The state appeared stable, but underneath, rival factions plotted constantly. The Queen Mother had a secret affair with Lao Ai, a man Lu Buwei installed to distract her, until he grew too bold. Lao Ai attempted a coup in 238 BCE, but it failed. This was Ying Zheng's turning point. At 22, he seized control, executed Lao Ai, exiled his own mother from court, and forced Lu Buwei into retirement. Later, Lu Buwei took poison, whether by force or shame we may never know. With his enemies purged, Ying Zheng began moulding the Qin court to reflect his iron will. At the centre of his system was legalism, the harsh, order-obsessed philosophy that prioritized obedience over virtue. Zheng appointed strict legalist administrators like Li Si, who shared his vision for a centralized, disciplined empire. Surveillance, mutual responsibility laws, and merit-based bureaucracy intensified. Zheng was not interested in being loved. He wanted results. One controversial figure who gained influence during this period was Zhao Gao, a eunuch official and legal clerk. Though his full influence would come later, Zhao Gao's rise began during Zheng's consolidation. Known for his cunning, he became a symbol of Qin's paranoid, tightly controlled inner circle. To enforce unity, Zheng used spies, censors, and propaganda. He banned dissent and encouraged informants. Even family members weren't spared. Any perceived threat was crushed. Ying Zheng's rise was challenged not just by internal politics, but by enemies who wanted him dead. In 227 BCE, the Kingdom of Yan sent an assassin named Jing Ke under the guise of diplomacy. With a map and a hidden dagger, Jing Ke attempted to kill Zheng in one of ancient China's most dramatic encounters, but the plot failed. Jing dodged the blade, drew his own sword and fought off the attack. The would-be assassin was killed, but the message was clear. The other states feared him, and he would not wait for them to strike again. This moment hardened his resolve. From here, Ying Zheng intensified his campaigns of conquest. He would use every tool, military power, diplomacy, spies, and brutal intimidation to achieve his goal: one unified China under his rule. By 230 BCE, the first conquest began. Zheng's path from king to emperor had begun. Ying Zheng's rise was forged in betrayal, blood, and iron will. He outlived his enemies, broke tradition, and centralized power like no ruler before him. His court was not a place of poetry or ceremony. It was a machine of control and ambition. The trials of his youth made him distrustful, strategic, and obsessive about order. But they also prepared him to do what no other king could: unite China. His ruthless approach would soon transform him into Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor. In our next episode, we'll witness how Ying Zheng conquered the warring states, one kingdom at a time. But remember, every conquest he made began with surviving the shadows of his own court. Thank you for watching Epochs Across Eras. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's keep exploring the past to uncover the stories that shaped our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring the epochs that define us all.